Okay, welcome to the February 6th regular meeting of the town of Neepawa. Everyone has seen the agenda, so first order of business, be it resolved that we hereby approve the regular meeting agenda for February 6, 2024. Moved by Councillor Nadeau, seconded by Councillor Kostanchuk. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Next, we have minutes. And if everyone has looked over the minutes, be it resolved that we hereby approve the minutes of the regular meeting held January 16th, 2024 as circulated. Moved by Councillor Pottinger, seconded by Councillor Sisley. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Department reports, or council reports, I should say. Council reports. Councillor Costin.
This afternoon, Councillor Sisley and myself met with the Sayward Estate Trust Fund Committee. It was a very short meeting, really. We just wanted to discuss a few things, a review of the disbursement policy and procedures. They just had noticed that maybe we should do some refining to it. So there will be a motion that we'll be requiring quotes for the possible purchases at the time of the report, and then receipts for the actual purchases at the time of disbursement. It just wasn't really, there was really nothing. We had quotes and purchases, but nothing of the specifics, so now we're just asking that be done at the time so we can see what it's all going for.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah. And they had some numbers that they gave too that was kind of interesting. In 1997, it was 620,000, I believe, is what out of the amount of the million that was left. And last year we had 1.22 million. This year we have 1.34 million. So it's grown quite a bit.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see.
Yeah, no, it's excellent. Is there anything else, right? Okay, anyone else? Councillor Pottinger.
On January 29th, we had a Yellowhead Community Rec Center meeting. It was a long meeting. Basically, we're just trying to get a grasp on some of the policies and procedures and a handle on the financials. So there'll be, and gymnastics has a waiting list this year. Their attendance is so good that they've got lots more kids than usually have signed up. So there's things we're working out there, so there'll be more to report soon.
Yeah. Great. Thank you. I think, did I see Councillor Nadeau?
Yeah, it's been a long couple weeks, definitely, since our last meeting. One meeting that I just wanted to report on is Westlake Employment Services. We had our annual general meeting and our regular meeting, and we have good representation from all around our region, which is good. And we've been working away with the province to try to keep securing more funding. And we're actually meeting again tomorrow with the province just to ensure that they're thinking of us when the new budget comes around. So we also met with the Western Manitoba Regional Library. We had our AGM also, and then we had our regular meeting, and lots of the stuff we've been talking about is how our new group is functioning. And I say new, just meaning each of the partners from our region. We're becoming more fair across the board, where Brandon changed their rates, so we made some good progress and good steps, and we continue to add more programming in all our libraries around the region. I also, just on February 1st here, we had a Rossburn Subdivision Trail Association meeting, and we were talking about hosting an event at the other end of the trail towards Rossburn, where we're going to have a barbecue on June 1st, and anyone's welcome to go. And there's going to be an event where you bike from one of our trails to a finishing point, in order to enjoy the barbecue. And there's another point where we're going to be doing a running race where it's not a race per se, it's just, a run, a fun run. So it's a nice fun event to get people active on the trails. At the same time, if you see garbage, you clean it up, of course. Take it with you. People will bring some bags, and we're going to meet all back at the water tower down by Rossburn, and we have a nice barbecue there. But that could be an event that if we're interested in hosting at our end of the trail, we're able to do. So we'll have to talk with the rec director and recreation here. This could be an event because we're the end of this side of the Rossburn Trail. So it'd be nice to have us finish at the bike park or something. That would be a really good event. But there is funding available for that, so that would be really good too. We could get a good sponsorship. Those are the main points from those different meetings, those 5 different meetings. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Jason. Deputy Mayor Parrott.
Okay, we had our clinic meeting, and I guess the big take out from that is we have our Farm and Leisure Lottery coming up. So once we get some more details on that ready to roll, we'll be starting to sell tickets. On January 19th, Prairie Mountain Health came here and we had what's called a stakeholders meeting, and we invited 12 different leaders from the community, and they had an hour-long session with CAO Schoombart and our mayor, and discussed all the different issues that are involved with the transition to the regional hospital coming up, the old hospital, and healthcare in general here. Of course, on the 22nd of January, we had our premier come to our wonderful town with 2 ministers and I believe 5 MLAs. We spent the greater part of the day with them and toured the new training center, which we did the grand opening for. And because we are a nonpartisan municipality form of government, we are always dealing with the government of the day, which is why we had our premier and our MLAs, etc. there. And we also ended up with a tour of Touchwood Park, the new day program facility, which they were able to do a really good presentation on some of the needs that the province can help with. And we met with the highways on the 23rd to deal with the effects that the hospital and the vocational school are going to have on our town and the highways. And on the 24th, we met with the CFO for Prairie Mountain Health, dealing with the regional hospital and some of the issues on that. And I would like to give a shout out to a fellow called Gary Delgarno. He's a retired fellow. He used to work for the Arm of Wallace, and he managed the rural water lines there. And he was on the Manitoba Water Services Board, and he spent the greater part of an hour telling me all about rural water lines, which, of course, the town of Neepawa hosts the water supply for 2 of the municipalities in our area here. So it was a very educational time, and I appreciate it.
Okay. Thanks, Murray. Councillor Gerard.
Yes, on January 31st, beautiful Plain County Courthouse, we met as a group. We are starting our budget process for 2024, and we're delving into a whole bunch of issues, some major maintenance issues that are going to have to occur at the building. And among the budget, we're also discussing some of the funding models there, and possibly looking at employing someone to help write some grants so we can upkeep the facility. So,
Great. Okay, thanks, Daryl. Anyone else? Nope. Okay, moving on. Manager of Operations, Denny.
Thank you, Randy. So it's been somewhat of a slow start because the weather's been pretty mild. That being said, it's kind of wreaking havoc on Summer Street with some new potholes and ice and melt and steam, which is not quite common in February or January. But staff have been staying on top of it. I think doing a pretty good job in managing to get most of this water flowing and trying to appease any of the locations where we're seeing some lakes develop and moving some drains around. So that being said, we're just ensuring that we've got enough cold mix for any of the potholes that keep surfacing up on us, and some of a losing battle, but we got to do something with them. So we'll keep filling them up and hopefully we can get something a little more stable in there come spring and summer. We had our first kickoff meeting for Project 1733, so that is the second phase of the servicing for the hospital site. Rob Smith and Son were awarded that tender, so we met with Rob Smith and Son and their associates, and Manitoba Water Services Board had their representation and our engineering staff. So we highlighted that, went over their schedule for their works. Everything seems good, so everyone's happy. Their contract documents are signed, and they've already started fusing pipe, and I believe they're starting to drill stuff pretty soon here. So, unfortunately, the thaw is kind of confusing or throwing a bit of a wrench in the work that's supposed to happen in the golf course. We'll have to ensure that we don't do any damage when we traverse across some of those areas. The intent was to do it when it was frozen, but we wouldn't have imagined thaw in January, February. Staff have been going through some training. We have some training ongoing for a little bit, and it's progressing nicely. And we've had some updated certifications, so some staff have actually achieved some new licenses, so that's great. And again, with the warmer weather, unfortunately, the outdoor rink at the flats has been closed. Hopefully staff will have time to get that back in order once the temperature drops down again for us.
It's like having a new swimming pool.
It's a splash park.
Yeah, we'll end up opening the pickleball courts up. Well, that's everything I've got. It's been very quiet.
Okay, thanks, Dean. And Jody, I guess we have you in a new spot while Colin's away on a well-earned break. Correspondence, I understand, we don't have too much there.
There is not.
There is not. So finance, we'll move to finance. And you will have received the January accounts. So be it resolved that we approve the accounts for January 2024 totaling $2,185,287.42 as reviewed, representing checks 2024-00022 and 2024-00169, but excluding 2024-00070 and 2024-00071. Moved by Deputy Mayor Parrott, seconded by Councillor Kostenchuk. Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Carried. And Councillor Gerard and myself will remove ourselves to contemplate.
Okay, we have the resolution, be it resolved that we approve check 2024-00070 to 2024-00071 for January 2024 to Home Hardware and Neepawa Gladstone Co-op totaling $6,933.69. Moved by Councillor Sicily, seconded by Councillor Pottinger. All those in favor? Carried.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and so Westlake Employment Skills and Services.
This is just in follow-up to Westlake's letter of our last meeting requesting renewal of a board member, and this resolution is just reappointing Councillor Newdle.
Okay, any questions on that? If not, be it resolved, we renew the appointment of Jason Nadeau to Westlake Employment Skills and Services Center for 2024. Moved by Councillor Pottinger, seconded by Councillor Kostenchuk. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Thank you, Jason. Property for sale.
I'm going to defer this one to Marilyn to speak to.
So this is an offer for the sale of Lot 3 Plan 62361, which is 400 Ellen Street, which is one of the phase 1 of our Ellen Street development for sale. the balance to be paid February 29th, 2024, and the house to be built in quick order. There will be a development agreement, as always, if the house will be constructed within 2 years.
One lot left.
One lot left
Okay.
in phase 1. Phase 2, hence.
Okay, thanks, Marilyn. So the motion reads, be it resolved that we approve the sale of Lot 3, Plan 62361, Roll 83270, 400 Allen Street to Gabriel Minot for $45,000, subject to the terms of the development agreement. Moved by Councillor Gerard, seconded by Councillor Nadeau. All in favor? Opposed? Carried.
Is it?
And that's our meeting for this evening, so, oh, no, it isn't. Oh, excellent.
Okay, I just wanted to report on a function that I attended on January 20th. I didn't put it in as an official council report because it's not officially one of areas that we report on, but on January the 20th, I attended the Neepawa area Pride group as they had a come and go at that Saturday evening at the public library. And the group that is forming together, and they will be approaching council in the coming year and hoping to do some events within the community just to promote awareness of the group in the community and ensuring that Neepawa is a welcoming and a comfortable place for the members of that organization. So, and that was January the 20th.
All right. Anyone else? Darn. All right, well, apparently we will be moving into an in-camera session to discuss some other information. So thank you to our viewing public, and it's the start of February, a fairly quiet month for us so far, but trust me, there's a lot of planning going on within our department. So thank you, and we will now move into camera. Be it resolved that we now sit as a committee of the whole in camera at 7:17 to discuss strategic planning and development matters. Moved by Deputy Mayor Parrott, seconded by Councillor Sisley. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Thanks, guys.